Friends, it's Udhaya from Backyard Garden Highlights. Hope you guys are doing great today. Today I'm planning to share it with you guys how the garden looks in February. So let's get into the video. Alright, let me show you guys how my neighborhood looks before I start with the backyard garden. All the trees are waiting to really see the spring. No leaves have not formed yet, but the buds are really forming now. And this is how the front of the house looks now. And mailbox, there is really nothing much I can show now, but let me show you some colors. Even in winter, I still see the berries are still hanging in there. The birds did not fully eat them yet, so I see a lot of berries are still there in the bush. Yeah, other than that, pretty much they are kind of dried and brown yet. And this is my clematis vine, which I'll be really trimming them sometime in next couple of weeks, so the new growth can come in. And this is how my front flower bed looks. The bushes, the evergreen, that's a pretty much great addition for winter interest. Other than that, the dianthus are surviving, even though they are annuals. They are coming back year after year, so which I am very thankful. And if you look at, this is one of the interesting ornaments that I bought, I think 2 years back, which I really love. This is my daffodil plant. They are coming back for the second year, and I could see they are pretty happy in this location. See, they multiplied. So last year it was just one plant. This year I could see almost 5 plants there, and I think 3 plants here and 3 there. So they are multiplying, which means they are happy with the location. And same here also, I see I planted both sides, and they are pretty much ready to welcome the spring in a couple of weeks. Now let's go to the north side yard. All these bushes are still yet to put up their new growth. So this is how they look in winter. Still pretty. This is how the raised bed looks, and I'm trying to really explore what really works well here without fence. So far I have planted yarrow and then Shasta daisies and the blue sage and couple of zinnias. So I'm trying to use the same thing this year as well. Only thing is I'm also adding bachelor button, and I got ton of free seedlings from last year bachelor button plants. So I actually transplanted most of them during the fall and some of the warm winter days as well. So let me show you guys how they look. See all these small plants, those are bachelor button. I have transplanted last fall, and they have also got from the self-seeded bachelor buttons. So I have planted many of the bachelor buttons in this raised bed. And see, those two are bachelor buttons in here. So any space I have got, I actually planted bachelor button, and they are really coming up. So I'm very confident they'll be blooming sometime in April. Alright, this is how the backyard garden looks now. Couple of things that I have in this raised bed. Do you guys see the kale plant? This is really awesome, guys. Kale really survived over -7 degrees Celsius, which is pretty much I think up to maybe 5 to 10 Fahrenheit. So That's really wonderful. Anybody who loves eating fresh herbs, I think kale is one such plant that they can try in zone 6B. And that's my banana plant. They are in dormancy status and I'll be removing them sometime in April. And these are all the Shasta daisies. I have actually trimmed them to up to 2 inches so they don't look messy here. And as you can see, they started sprouting and they are the one really grow very fast. And then that's my mint plant. I actually removed a lot of mint that really spread across this entire area. Now I have removed to keep under control. Then we have my knockout roses, and this rose plant I got for $5 sometime, I think 2020, so it's almost 2 years because I planted them in winter. So it's a 2-year plant and I already trimmed them so they really produce nice growth this year. Pretty much they are looking very healthy. But this plant is tea rose, but I think last year due to the drought I went out for a vacation, so this plant really got damaged very badly and they still show some life but not very great. Hoping that this year they grow better. And all these bushes, they pretty much add a lot of winter interest for this area. Alright, let's go and see how the other side of the garden looks. I will start from here. Again, there isn't really much interesting thing going on, guys, so it's going to be a very quick tour. Those are hollyhock plants. For some reason, I think last year I didn't transplant them from this raised bed, so 2 plants survived. So now one showing a green growth, the other one is a little bit brown, but I'm very sure that they really grow the new sprouts from the roots. So I'm hoping these 2 plants, probably I'll shift it to the raised bed over there. And majority of the activities are going in this flower border where I have planted some spring bulbs and some of the seedlings that I got. If you look at all this cracks where you see some green seedlings, they are actually self-sown seedlings from bachelor button and rudbeckia, because I have had all the rudbeckia and bachelor button in this state, so they actually produced thousands of seedlings. Majority of the seedlings from that place I transplanted again back to this flower border so I can enjoy them. But this side I haven't really transplanted them, so I'm going to put it in the Facebooks to see if anybody is interested to really take these seedlings and use them. Let's start from here. This is the bachelor button that I transplanted last year from the free seedlings, and that's the rudbeckia or black-eyed Susan. You can see a lot of black-eyed Susan I have transplanted in the back side, and in the front I have kept all the bachelor buttons, and all my spring bulbs are actually coming back from last year. Some places they have multiplied, some places they did not come really as expected, but I think it's okay. So this location I have got only 1 tulip and 1 daffodil is returning back from last year. And this is my blue sage. I have trimmed to 2 inch or 3 inches. I'm hoping that they will start from new buds from this root. And you can see a lot of free seedlings that I have just kept them. And you can see the daffodils are already budding. Pretty excited, isn't it, to see buds coming up? I'm pretty sure that they are going to bloom maybe in a couple of weeks. It's pretty exciting. Daffodils shows the sign of spring arrival, so I'm really super thrilled to see what's coming back from last year and what I'm going to plant this year so that I can enjoy the garden here. Here also some daffodils and tulips came back, and let me show you this side. In this raised bed, many of the tulips came back, so I'm pretty excited how the size of the flower is going to be, because they multiplied quite many. Like you can see each clump I had only one bulb, now I see like 3 to 4 plants emerging. So I'm pretty much excited to see what's going to be the bloom size. And here also I have a lot of daffodils and tulips multiplied, which is great. And here also a lot of multiplies, so which means I think there's a good drainage over there, so they are getting nice weather, nice sunny location. So happy that they are able to make their second year, and also came with more bonus multiplied stems. And here you go guys, another pretty interesting thing I love most. Here comes the giant hyacinths, my most favorite, most fragrance. I had almost 5 plants here, but this year only 2 came back. It's sad, but it's okay, at least 2 came back. And here is the raised bed where I had all snapdragons and stock, and some of the tulips that I transplanted last year, they also multiplied here, so I'm pretty thankful to all these plants. And the snapdragons guys, zone 6B, it's a really annual, not a perennial plant, but I have found sometimes they come back. If you guys see there's a little bit green growth, so I'm hoping that at least these 2 plants will come back. But these 2, the other plants doesn't show any green growth in the bottom. But anyway, I will be trimming up to 2 inches to give a chance to see if they will anytime come back sometime in early spring. Let me show you guys how my Eden climber looks now. This is just 1 year plant, and look at this guys. It has really grown pretty nice for the 1 year. Isn't it amazing guys? 1 year I have got almost 8 feet or more than that, one of the main cane. And I already trimmed them, so they look pretty clean, and all the dead branches I removed. And I'm still thinking I may come back and trim this branch as well, so it looks uniform. But I'm really looking forward to see how many new canes that I'm going to gain or get from this plant this year. But for 1 year, pretty much a great growth. Let me show you quick. See, this entire cane is for 1 year. Pretty awesome result for Eden climber. Now let's look at the Zephyrin Rohin, the climber. I think it's pretty much 3rd year. Let me check and put it in the window if I did not calculate the years correctly. But I think this is the 3rd year for them in my garden. And you can see, oh my god, look at the amount of canes that I have got in just 3 years. And most of you already watched my Zephyrin Rohin, the spring flush. It's pretty vibrant guys. If you guys did not watch my video, please check it out. I'll put it in the screen also for the description. And I have actually started with this mesh because I have deer problem in my garden. So I started from this, and I thought I will still keep it, because last year also, if you can see here, deer even tried to munch the big cans. So I'm still keeping it, so I don't lose the plant even if I lose any of the cans. And this Zephyrin Rohin also, I actually did some level of trimming last week, but I thought I will do one more video to show you guys how I'm trimming my Zephyrin Rohin. See all the dead branches I removed, and I tried to remove all the diseased branches. At least for now they are really ready for the spring, but there are a lot of canes here. I want to really move this here and some of the branch this side so they get enough air circulation here, and I can also enjoy the bloom throughout this space. So I'm thinking to do one more round of trimming next week, and I will make a video out of it and show you guys how I prune my Zephyrin Rohin climber. Alright, this side the giant hyacinths came back pretty nice. Isn't it really beautiful, guys? The plant itself, when it pops out of the ground, it makes beautiful bloomy structure, which I really admire from the giant hyacinths bulbs. See? Look at the tip, they come with pink rose and it's awesome. I really come and watch every day to see the growth of this giant hyacinths bulbs. And this entire space, you can see all tulips coming back and bachelor buttons that I transplanted from the self-sown seedlings, and also the black-dyed Susan. And here comes all my winter sown jugs. This is where they stay until late spring. Let me show you what we have. Except alyssum, none of them sprouted yet. But alyssum is frost tolerant. Look at that. I could see itty bitty seedlings, almost 4 to 5. But the alyssum was the first one to really come. And all the other one, China Aster and Stock, Snapdragon, those I am expecting them to really sprout sometime in March first week or second week. So not too far yet. So I'm pretty excited for these winter sowing. Then I have my garlics. All these garlics I actually planted sometime in winter, guys. Maybe end of December, around, I don't recall. I'll try to find the date in my calendar and put it in the screen. But definitely it's not too late to plant garlics. All the root growths are happening now, so I'm really excited to grow the garlics this year because I missed last year. And on the back side I planted some shallots maybe a couple of weeks before, because this year winter, guys, honestly it's not too cold so far. So the warm winter we have blessed with this year, so I'm trying to make use of opportunity to plant these garlics and onions. And then let's take a look at how this raised bed garden looks and what we have. These are the 3 plants that I have for the painted daisy, which really has an attractive pink and dark and light pink blooms. So they are perennial, and this is, I think, their 3rd year in my garden. And any places you see randomly some tulips, I just transplanted them from my raised bed to this location so I can have some pop of color here and there. I'm really pretty excited to see how they look this year, because I didn't plant them in a specific design. I just planted wherever I got some spots. So I'm really excited to see how they look this year. Pretty gifted with these dianthus, even though they are annuals as per the tag, but they act as a perennial here. You can see the green growth. I'll be trimming them around March, so they put up nice growth and bloom. Their first flush will be pretty nice. It will be fully covered, so I'm pretty excited to have these plants in my garden. And then that's the bachelor button and tulips here, and all these green bushes are yarrow. So this time I'm going to really keep control on the yarrow. So I'm going to trim them sometime in March, so they don't really take this entire space with provide us shady spots for the behind, because I'm planning to plant dahlias in the behind. So this year I'm going to really trim these yarrows so they don't overgrow. Then this is the gold dust alyssum perennial. I did not had any bloom last year. I'm hoping to see some bloom this year. I had lupin planted from a winter sowing last year. I transplanted almost 4 plants, and finally I ended up with having only 1 plant survived, which is okay. And this is my blazing stars. They really came out beautifully last year. Even though when you grow the blazing star from the seeds, they really take at least 3 to 4 years to bloom, but they bloomed for me second year, which is really awesome. This is my columbine. Columbine, this is really awesome, guys. When they sprout, it comes as a beautiful bloom. I really love how the columbine plants are sprouting. And these are all my winter sown lavenders. So I got 4 lavender plants. Usually each plant you get minimum of $10. So I got almost $40 free from my winter sowing. So I'll be transplanting them this year so they can establish very well in the landscape. And after that you have got lot of greens that you see. All those are grape hyacinths. They are awesome performer that I got from drexbulbs.com. What else I have? Let me see. Oh yeah, those are my ice foliage daffodils. They are coming back, and some of the iris, they are there. They really pretty much look wonderful with this blue grape hyacinths when they are in bloom. And this is my blue sage that I'll be trimming them, so I hope they will sprout from their roots. And the other one, what you guys are seeing here, this is my cinnamon basil. I don't really remove them. Look pretty in the winter season with your seed pods. And also it serves as a deer repellent, because even though there is no leaf, the seed pods still smell like cinnamon basil. So I leave them here until the next season. So one, it adds beautiful winter interest with the snow and sunshine. Also act as a repellent. Isn't it beautiful, guys? Look at this daffodils. It's really awesome to see how the plants really pops out of the ground. This is really awesome, isn't it, guys? I actually planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bulbs and 1 middle bulb, and see how much they have put together the new growth. It's truly amazing to see how the daffodils gets naturalized in very short span of time, just within over a 1 year period. One bulb I could see like 2, 4, 6, 8. I think this is possibly 8 stems at least I'm going to get through this year from just one bulb that I transplanted to this location. Isn't it amazing, guys, to have a daffodils, just 5 bulbs, multiply each year like this count? I hope each one of these are a new plant. So I'm really super excited to see such a wonderful growth from this daffodil. And this is how the azalea shrub looks now. They are kind of really packed with all their buds. I'm pretty excited to really have these in my garden. And look at the boxwood shrubs. They are really pretty nice for winter interest. And I really love this shrub too. Look how beautiful it is. And I really take a close peek at the leaf structure and their bloom. I think early spring they whether it's bloom or something, but I really love them. Look at pretty, how pretty it is. Alright guys, hope you guys liked watching this video. I'll see you in another video. Please support my channel by subscribing, commenting and sharing it with your friends.